Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to our channel, iRumors. Today we are going to talk about the forgotten Magsafe battery pack. So why do I call it forgotten Magsafe battery pack? Well, I don't know how many of you remember the Apple Magsafe battery pack that I have right over here has been forgotten by just many of us. Neither Apple decided to refresh it to USB-C accessory, or neither did anyone really care about the Magsafe battery pack from Apple, one of the forgotten products of Apple. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. We're going to be discussing about the Magsafe battery pack and how I am still using it regularly even after 3 years of this being out. So without further ado, let's get started right into the video. So firstly, let's talk about why do people use the Magsafe battery pack. So the Magsafe battery pack, and here I have with me, and the Magsafe battery pack is actually pretty easy to use. All you have to do is just to charge it up. At the bottom over here we have a lightning port, so we just plug it in. There we go, it lights up so it's charging. Once it's fully charged, it will just shine as green. There's no specific battery indicator on the battery pack itself to indicate the battery percentage. If we just slap it at the back of the phone, there we go, the phone is charging and the battery pack just shows that it's full. So this is how you check your battery health. Once you plug your phone in, your iPhone will also have a notification showing how much it can charge your phone before the battery pack fully runs out. And if you swipe to the left over here, we can check the battery percentage of the battery pack, and that is only if you have an iPhone. Why do I say if you have an iPhone? And the reason is because if you have an Android phone, or if you're using any other phone that supports wireless charging, and it will definitely work, but you won't be able to see the battery percentage. And I don't really have to say, but hey, it's Apple products. It's pretty obvious, but I'll just show you a quick demo for you guys to see. It's actually pretty simple. I've got my S24 Ultra over here. CPU case. I've got my Magsafe battery pack. Just gonna slap it at the back, and it's charging. So here, if you can see, it shows wireless charging 1 hour 43 minutes to full. But I know, and I think those of you who are watching this video also know that this battery pack, it's not enough to charge the phone to the full. It will definitely run out after a while, and it being a wireless charger, it's definitely going to have its loss of power. But the Samsung phone doesn't know that. That's also another thing of using something which is out of the ecosystem, but at least it works. So I can just snap it on when I really need it. At least it comes in handy. Okay, so I think we just got a quick look at the battery pack itself. I mean, I don't really want to show much because this is more about the experience on using the battery pack and talk about why it's forgotten. Well, why it's forgotten, I would say it's definitely Apple themselves, because the competitions have gotten better. We've got Anchor, which gives a whole beefy 5000 mAh battery pack, and the other power banks which can be used both as wired and Magsafe as well. There's so many Magsafe accessories. So this, if I'm not wrong, this is about 1000 plus milliamp hour. It's actually a pretty low battery pack. Well, of course, I know the way this Magsafe battery pack was designed was not to be used as a power bank. It was used more of like an additional battery. It was just mainly used to prolong your battery life. I'll come back to that later. The size, well, it's definitely useful because if I'm going to be snapping on my iPhone 12, I can clearly feel a proper grip. And if I'm going to be putting it on 12 mini or 30 mini, it fits perfectly fine. I want to show on a 30 mini, but I'm currently shooting it right now, so we'll just refrain from that, but it fits perfectly. So Apple wanted to follow the design structure of the mini, so the battery pack was also mini, and thus reducing the size of the battery. Is Apple not updating the Magsafe battery pack the only reason why it's been forgotten? Well, not really. So not updating the Magsafe battery pack is also another reason it's not selling. Another reason is the price point. Like we discussed earlier, the Anchor or even the Ugreen, there are so many brands nowadays. There are so many cheap knockoffs, and not just cheap knockoffs, some other even quality brands that are much better. They are now cryo boost technologies which runs fans at the back to cool the phone while it's actually magnetically charging. And when you take a look at the Magsafe battery pack, which is not even near the competition, because the price point is higher, the capacity in terms of milliamp power is also lesser, but some people are definitely still using it. That just like me. Why do I still use the Magsafe battery pack, if you ask me? And the reason is because I'm not using this as my main primary power bank. Everyone said that the Magsafe battery pack got to be used as an additional battery and not as a power bank on its own. Well, I did try that, and yeah, it definitely did give me the results. But if you ask me, after charging my phone, let's say I charge my phone 100%, do I really want to snap an entire battery back at the back again to keep it charged up? Well, how many of us really want to do that? To be honest, just let me in the comments below if you would do it. Me, I would probably won't do it. But even though that is the way to prolong the battery life, let's talk about real world usages like we always do. When my phone runs down, that's when I'm gonna be snapping it on. And when I snap the battery back on, what does it do? When I charge my phone, while it does charge my phone. But is it going to be really charging up to maximum levels where I reuse the battery bank just use the phone its own? Well, definitely not. Not especially in bigger phones. If you're having the Pro series or the Pro Max or whatever, it's going to be charging it lesser, because for the Pro series it's going to be using up more power, and for the Pro Max it's just a bigger battery, so you are unable to really maximize it. All you can do is to use it as a battery extender. Yep, that's why I said this. A lot of people said use it as a battery extender. I'm saying not use it as a battery extender, but more of an instant charge. When using the Magsafe battery pack, I've not tried other battery packs, so I'm just talking about the Apple Magsafe battery pack. Whenever I use the Apple Magsafe battery pack, I tend to charge my phone faster. So it's at 20% or 10%, then I plug this in and it goes instantly to a 30% really quickly. So that is the only time when I use the Magsafe battery to get it quickly charged up, so that I can go on to do my daily tasks. That's actually been it. So just do let me know if you're using it, and if you're still using it, how is it for you. And of course, before that, I just wanted to say, I just forgot to mention one thing. I just wish that this Magsafe battery pack did have a battery health indicator. At least I know where the battery is. The battery still feels fine, just like how it was in day one. I don't really see any differences, but it would just be good to see the battery health of this Magsafe battery pack. So yeah, that's actually been it for this video. Please don't forget to click the like button, get subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I post a video. If you feel like maybe you thought about the Magsafe battery pack after watching this video, just leave it in the comments below, just to know from you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.